Well, I'm on the phone with Mark Shields, the head MDI football coach, and I had to remember what you do. And as we are every Thursday and Monday, and Coach, how has the week gone quickly? Because I know we want to talk about all the seniors as it'll be senior night on Friday.
Yep, we've had a good week of preparation. The kids are, really excited because it's not only, senior night, but it's our homecoming, and, it's the Hall of Fame inductions. And so, we're thinking there's going to be a big crowd, and we know we have a real good opponent coming down from Oceanside, from the Rockland area. And, they've won the games they were supposed to win, and they've given the teams that maybe we're going to be upsets good games. So we're expecting a real close game Friday night, and, we're going to have to play our best to be able to play with this team.
The field may be a little wet. They're talking about some rain during Friday, but a clear Friday night.
Yeah, it sounds like it could be some showers Friday night. We're hoping that, more for the fans that, some of that subsides and, people aren't getting wet. And, I think that the temperature is going to be okay Friday. Better than, I guess, Saturday, and I'll be at a UMaine football game on Saturday, and that sounds like it's going to be cold. But anyway,
yes.
I think the weather will hopefully not be too bad, and people can come out and enjoy the night.
All right, so let's talk about seniors. It's senior night. Go ahead, tell us about your seniors.
Yep, I have 8 seniors this year, and I'll start with Nick Soper. Nick's a guy that he's been with the program a couple of years, and he had an older brother, Cordell Soper, that graduated last year, and I think, because Cordell played, I think Nick was definitely interested, and he comes from a football family. They're super supportive of MDI football, Stephen and Christine, and, so Nick's a guy that he's a big special teams guy for us. He's been a really good leader on and off the field, especially for our younger kids. Just a nice kid. He works hard in the classroom, and I'm real proud of what Nick's been able to accomplish this year for the team, and happy with his success. And the second guy I'll talk about is Remington McLaughlin. And Remington, he is one of our captains. Remington's been in the program for 4 years, and he's a Lemoyne guy. I remember going over to visit Lemoyne Middle School back in the day, probably 5 years ago now, I guess, and meeting Remington, and remember how big he was, and thinking, wow, this guy, he can really help us, and he has. He's been a great leader once again on and off the field for our younger guys, and Remington's a guy that he's just always there. He's a reliable guy. He's a big-time team guy. The kids really like him, and Remington, he's gotten it done on the field as well for us over the last couple of years. He's been a little banged up this year. Hasn't played quite as much as he wanted to or we'd like him to, but we're hoping he can get healthy and he'll be ready to go for the playoffs. The third guy, Geoffrey Hanscome. Geoffrey's a guy we talked about, I think, last week, a guy that came in. He played a little bit for us last year. Honestly, I don't know if he loved football last year, and he was on the fence whether he wanted to come back this year, and sure enough, he did, and boy, are we glad he did, because he's been a force for us on our offensive line. He's worked real hard, and he's a guy that we can run the ball behind. Geoffrey is a real athletic lineman as well, so he not only is strong at the point of attack, blocking his man, but we also can pull and trap with Geoffrey, and he's having just a tremendous year. Real happy and proud for Geoffrey. Next guy, Dan MacGregor. Dan's been in the program for 4 years. He is a super athletic guy. I talked about him last week because Dan was out for a game a couple weeks ago against John Bapst, and then came back for us against Madison and had another good night. And Dan's a guy that he lost like 15 or 20 pounds over the off season and got himself in great shape and got himself stronger, and just a super athletic guy. Dan plays offensive guard and defensive end and linebacker for us, and he's just a guy that makes plays. He's a hard-nosed kid. He's one of our toughest kids and one of our best tacklers, and Dan's just having a great year. Next guy, Tanner Bickford. That's a name most people do recognize. Tanner's having a great year. Tanner, he's been starting for me for 4 years. I mean, he came in as a freshman, and he started running the ball for us, and he never lost his spot. I mean, Tanner is just a real gifted athlete. He's a real athletic guy. He's fast, and he hits the hole hard, and he's having a big year. I mean, he's putting up big numbers, and real happy for Tanner, and hope that continues. And next guy, Isaiah Keene. Isaiah, he's another guy. He's had brothers play for me throughout the program, and Jalek Keene was with me last year, and he had a couple older brothers that played back in the day, and just another big football family. Isaiah, he's having another big year. I mean, he's been a guy that's been starting for the last 2 to 3 years. His sophomore year, he got a lot of time for us, and then last year and this year, his senior year. He's a guy we play at free safety on defense, and he cleans up a lot of stuff for us. We what we call is a robber back, and basically we will match him up against some of the best athletes on the other team, and it's his job if they break through to make plays, and he's having a great year in pass defense. I mean, he had the big knockdown against Madison last week for the win, and he's just worked really hard at that, and then offensively, super athletic guy. We can throw the ball to him, and he also is a great blocker. I mean, he's a big, strong dude. So Isaiah's having a great year. Next guy, Evan Jeannotte. Evan is a guy, once again, he's been starting for me for the last 2 to 3 years. His sophomore year, he started to get in the game a little bit, and he's another guy that just hasn't lost his spot. Real smart guy, real athletic guy. He plays guard for us on offense, and real athletic, so he can pull down the line, and also he's good at the point of attack. And then defensively, he's one of our middle linebackers. And then our 5-2 scheme, we have 2 middle linebackers. They have to be good linebackers to play a 5-2, and Evan's just that. He's a fast guy. He's athletic, once again, on defense, and he comes up and he hits people. He's just a real good tackler, so having a great year. And then lastly, but not least for sure, Dylan Collin. Dylan, once again, 2 to 3 year starter, great leader. He's one of our captains along with Evan and Isaiah. He plays center for us, and he's really the leader of our offensive line. He talks to a lot of the other guys, and when he comes up to the line, he'll make calls so they know what we're supposed to do. And once again, he's strong at the point of attack, real athletic, and then defensively, he's that other linebacker in that 5-2 scheme, and he needs to be fast and once again athletic, and he's one of our best tacklers. I mean, he comes up and he's made some big hits this year, so real happy for Dylan having a great year. And I've been real happy with this senior class. They've worked extremely hard in the off season and now during season, and more importantly, they've been great leaders for our younger kids. So it's been a blast being with these guys this year.
That's really part of the success of MDI is to be able to take these seniors and really to have them give the positive impression upon the younger kids coming up through the program. And this is the Trojan way. This is how we do it. This is how we act both on and off the field, and you're lucky to have 8 leaders like that.
Yeah, we really are, and you're absolutely right. I mean, I've been part of teams that we didn't have great leadership, and usually those years are not good years. And not only, I talk to the kids a lot about, or we do as a staff, it's not about that scoreboard. So it's not, I mean, even I've had years where we maybe haven't won all the games we wanted to win, but because of great leadership, we had an awesome year. And then I've had years where maybe we've won more than we thought, but maybe our leadership wasn't as strong that year, and it wasn't a great year, on an everyday basis. So this year has been just one of the best years I've had in 20 years with the senior leadership we've had right across the board. These guys have been just awesome. And you're right. They will help, encourage those younger kids and kind of show them the MDI way and what those younger guys will need to do when they become, those seniors. So it's been huge for us, and I know because of their leadership is a big reason, maybe the biggest reason of all, of why we're having a successful season this year.
Well, and the other thing is a testament to their leadership is you're coming back next year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we announced that last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that because of these kids and not only my seniors, but right across the board to my freshmen, these kids have worked so hard and their attitudes have been so awesome this year that I just decided, I'm not going to walk away this year from these kids because I'm having a blast. This is one of the best years I've had. It's just been a lot of fun.
All right. So Are you going to get the ball, or are you going to defer if you win the toss?
Yeah, you know what? That's
I don't know. It'll be a game-time decision.
Yeah, I think you and I both know what I probably should do, considering we have done well on an opening drive.
6 games in a row, Coach.
I know. Once again, I think if the conditions are decent, then we will take the ball. Now if we get out there at 7 p.m. and it's raining cats and dogs,
right,
then I think we definitely kick it off if we win the toss. But we'll see. It will be a game time decision, but if we can take the ball on a decent field, I think we'll do that.
What do you want to say to all the fans that are going to be coming out, or those that can't come out and be listening to the game and on the radio and on the internet around the world?
Yeah, once again, thank you for your continued support. It's been great. Since I've been head coach, it's been awesome, and and the kids really do feel that, whether you're at the games or they know that people are listening, and that's huge. We have fans throughout the country that listen to MDI football, and thanks to WDEA and Chris Popper, it's been a great thing for us, and we just hope that we can get a good crowd out Friday night. But if you can't see us Friday night, hopefully you can get up. We'll definitely have at least one playoff game, and hopefully more, that you can come and watch the Trojans play.
And that game against Old Town on the 23rd, you're going to need everybody. You need a 12th and 13th player on the sidelines for that game. Yeah,
if we can get people to make the road trip to Old Town, it would be huge for us, because we're hoping that that's going to be a big deciding factor on where we'll be in the playoffs. So we'll hope we play well against Oceanside, and we'll play well against Old Town to wrap up the regular season.
All right, Coach. Best of luck.
Thanks, Chris.